Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, my co-host.
Hold on, bro.
What's up?
Do you see your background on your TV?
Oh,
it's my hero.
Hey, it's doing. Oh man, I forgot to pause it, man. Hey, thanks for telling me that, Trav. Hey,
I'm glad I caught it now. Yeah, I was looking and I was like, "Is that my hero?"
You keep on talking while I fix this.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got much to talk about, sir. I know that much, man. I know we got some what ifs.
All right, yes, and this is what we are doing today. As you can see, what if is on the screen now. Mm-hmm. I forgot to hit the pause button on my slideshow.
I'd have hit the pause on the slideshow.
Yeah, I forgot to hit the pause button, but yeah, we're doing episode 6 of What If, called What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. And before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And as D always says, Trav,
hey, podcast in the description. Make sure you like, you follow, and you subscribe, baby. Big E style.
That's right. Hey, congrats to Big E, man.
Congrats to Big
WWE champion. Bro, the 4th Black person to ever hold the WWE championship, man. And it's a part of history. And another thing is too, is like this is the first time that 2 Black males.
I was about to say, yeah,
for the title. You know what I'm saying? So, and bro, that's another thing too, because Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair was the first time 2 Black women faced each other for the women's title. So just really, really good year, man, for Black wrestlers, man. And, you know, we support that here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks because, you know, your boy, he's a professional wrestler, Golden Pinky Society, baby. And I got the support of Trav and D and all of my other fans and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into this review. Now, me and Trav, we talked about this on the phone earlier, and you know, I told him, man, it's like I thought that the episode was okay, but it's my least favorite one out of all the what ifs. And like I told him, not all of them are going to be bangers. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is too is that I could see that, you know, what Killmonger was going to do from a mile away. And,
for sure.
You know, when we did our interview with Heather Wixon, like that was one of the things that we had talked about, like when it comes to watching movies or TV shows. It's just like you don't want to already know what's going to happen like right at the start of the episode. And you know, I just wasn't really feeling this episode like that. Like it was cool. It was cool having Michael B. Jordan in this episode. It was cool having Chadwick Boseman. And, you know, just hearing some of the other familiar voices in this episode as well. So like that was fun. But all in all, like I said, it was my least favorite out of all of the what ifs. What about you, Trav?
It's not my least favorite. It didn't flat out. It wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. You know, the first episode way worse than this. And then, you know, the third episode is doo-doo as
Which
well.
Was that if the Avengers Never Assembled?
Yeah.
I like that one. I like the second and the third one, man.
Honestly, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck and let people know. The only episode I'm really feeling is the Doctor Strange episode, man. That was just flat out great writing. Fantastic episode. The rest of these suck ass, bro. Hey, they can suck my ass.
Hey, like that's why the people, they're gonna come after you in the comment. Hey, you didn't learn your lesson after they came after you on that Spot on Gotham video.
Hey, what D say? He said all the people. He said all the people with jobs came to defend my boy.
It's like, hey, it was like Spider-Man 2. It's just like, if you want to get the Trav, you got to get through us. Bro, I was weak as hell when he said that, but yeah, man, like I said, like it was an okay episode. It wasn't a bad episode. It was just my least favorite. I want to piggyback off of something that you said because you had mentioned the third episode, and that was the episode where the Avengers Never Assembled because Hank Pym, he killed all of them. And that's something similar that happened in this episode because Killmonger saved Tony in Afghanistan. He never became Iron Man. And because Tony never became Iron Man, the Avengers initiative, all of that stuff, like it never even went through. And I just thought it was interesting. Also too, I thought it was cool that we know that Gundams exist in the Marvel universe, the MCU. Like they know what Gundam is. And I also too to talk about Gundam. When I was working out at the gym, I started watching Gundam Wing again, and hey, I love Gundam. You know, I got my Burning Gundam up there. You know, so but no, I just thought that was a cool reference. I thought that the robots that Tony ended up making, I thought that they looked really cool. Instead of him being an Iron Man, I guess you could say that this is also something too, where if you look at Age of Ultron, when Tony had created the Ultron unit, so that way that there was an Iron Man all over the world, that's kind of something similar that they was doing in this episode as well.
Yeah, I still don't understand how this prevents Tony from becoming Iron Man though, because his life was still in debt. I don't.
Well, remember, because in the movie he was dying, and he was on life support, and him and the dude that was inside the cave, he made the Iron Man suit with that guy's help. But in this, Killmonger, he showed up and he took out everybody.
But now, he was making other Iron Mans though already.
You said what?
Like he's already creating other Iron Mans. He just didn't get in one.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he did. And then when Killmonger shows up after he finds out that Killmonger had killed T'Challa and Rhodey, you know, you see the Iron Man suit there. Well, I don't even know what these things are called. Did they ever say what they were called, Trav?
Dude, if they did, honestly, I ain't paying no mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, you know, you would think that Tony was going to get his revenge, but he ends up not getting his revenge. He ends up getting killed. And I just thought it was interesting too, seeing that, you know, Killmonger, he does become the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Right. I thought that he was going to end up killing T'Chaka. I thought that was like the grand scheme of thing, which is probably still going to happen. But I was also happy that at the end of the episode that we saw that Shuri, she never once thought that Killmonger was there to help Wakanda. Like and then she found out that, you know, he did end up killing her brother. And then same thing with Pepper. She never trusted him either, and she tried to warn Tony, but Tony wasn't listening. He was just like, oh no, this is a good guy, you know, he saved me and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, come on, man. What show like Titans on our reviews for that, it's just like, we already know that Blackfire is going to end up turning on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, you see Killmonger and it's like, we already know that he's going to end up turning on everybody, which is what he does. So, again, like I said, I thought it was interesting seeing, like, you know, all of the cast from the MCU return minus a couple of people. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and give my final rating for this episode. I'll give this episode 6 out of 10. That's what, and I usually don't go that low, but I just wasn't really feeling it for real. I thought it was an okay episode, but like I said, it was my least favorite out of all of the episodes. And then this is episode 6, and I gave it a 6 out of 10. Trav, what about you? Final thoughts, and what's your final rating for the episode?
It's the same. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. It didn't suck, but it wasn't good neither. And it kind of had like no ending. Like it just kind of ended.
Yeah.
Abruptly. How many of these are there?
There's a total of 9 episodes, so we have 3 more left. Man,
3 more.
But the thing is that, like, that's how most of them end. It's like it gets to the end of the episode and then it kind of just ends on a cliffhanger. And like I know when it got to the part where it showed Shuri and Pepper talking, and they were gonna, you know, defeat Eric or, you know, do whatever they needed to do so that way that they could get avenge the Fallen. I was just like, I know that the episode ain't about to end, and then it just ended, and I'm just like, come on, man. So I'm hoping that some of these episodes get wrapped up in season 2 of What If.
That's what I'm thinking. They'll continue next season.
Yeah, but of course they're gonna. I want it to be like Love, Death, and Robots, where it's like they do give us new stories, but at the same time, like the big stories, they continue those. And I feel like that was one of the things with Love, Death, and Robots, where there were some episodes from season 1 that I wish had got a sequel in season 2, but we never saw it. And then season 2 just wasn't that good compared to season 1 of that. And you can watch that review. We have it here on our YouTube channel. And then on our podcast, we did a review for season 1 of Love, Death, and Robots. So make sure that you check those out. And Trav, with that being said, before you tell everybody where they can find you at, everybody hop in the comments. Let us know what you thought about this week's episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What is your rating that you give the episode? Trav, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
Well, man, I know somebody got to agree with me, man, that these just ain't that damn good, but you can find me on the Instagram at ZK Audio. Then you can go ahead and find me on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK. And of course, man, where they going to find podcast number 1 hero at?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Make sure you check out some more of our reviews that we do have here on the channel, along with interviews and reaction videos. Check out our podcast where we have brand new episodes every Tuesday. And that episode gets uploaded to YouTube in video form that Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up. Stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.